Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order this special meeting of the Northern Michigan University Board of Trustees. Secretary Andrew, would you please call the roll?
Trustee Fatante,
Here.
Trustee Hart,
Present.
Trustee Mahaney, Trustee Morgan,
Present.
Trustee Murray Brown,
Present.
Trustee Savoy,
Here.
Trustee Sepinen,
Here.
Trustee Young.
Here.
We have a quorum present with 7 trustees present.
Thank you. And I do want to just point out that Trustee Mahaney had a pre-existing conflict with this meeting time, but we were unable to accommodate and reschedule this meeting. So this special meeting is called with 2 agenda items. And for our first agenda item, I would just like to give a little reference. On October 1st, this board met and authorized Vice Chair Young and me to issue a request for proposals for a presidential search firm and to come back to this board with a recommendation. Vice Chair Young, do you have a motion to make?
I do, Chair Savoy. I would like to make a motion that we hire Parker Executive Search Firm in accordance with the proposal that they submitted to us dated October 19th, 2021.
Thank you. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Vice Chair Young, would you like to begin the discussion?
Sure. Just many are on the board are aware of the process we went through, but I know there's others listening in, and I thought I would just kind of go through some of that, which kind of led to me making this motion, just very briefly. On October 11th, we sent out 19 RFPs to various search firms across the country. We heard back from 9 different search firms as a result of that initial mailing in October. Of those 9, as Chair Savoy indicated, we went through, Tammy and I did, and kind of whittled it down to 3, if you will, if I use that terminology. And we interviewed those 3, based on that initial review of the 9 proposals that we received. Just from my perspective, I was impressed with all of the firms that we got proposals from, and I think they brought many good and different points, I think, in their presentations for things to us to think about. But however, I do believe that Parker Executive Search, and we're using the acronym PES, if I could, I think gave the strongest presentation and seemed best suited, I think, to the specific needs that we have at Northern at this particular time. And I know Chair Savoy checked out the references, and I think that kind of reconfirmed, at least from as far as I can tell in the reference check, that we are heading in the right direction with PES. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the firms that responded and gave us proposals. It was really a good exercise to go through and read these proposals and see what others have done and what their thoughts were. If the board approves this motion, I think Parker Executive Search is the strongest firm, however, to lead us in this very important matter. And I look forward, as I know others on the board do, to working with PES to help us find the next, or to find the best leader for this university as we move forward. So I thank you for letting me talk about the motion, and I ask for support. Thank you.
Just another comment from my side to just tack on to what Steve had said. I absolutely agree that this was the first choice of the options that we saw unanimously. Diversity and inclusion is a topic that they hit on also very strongly, which I think is also extremely important to ensure that we're also focused on that, the right leadership skills. So I would absolutely agree that this is the right direction.
Thank you. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Andrew, would you please call a roll call vote?
Please indicate your vote with yes or no. Trustee Fatante,
Yes.
Trustee Hart,
Yes.
Trustee Morgan,
Yes.
trustee Murray Brown,
Yes.
trustee Savoy,
Yes.
trustee Sepinen,
yes,
trustee Young.
Yes.
The vote carries with 7-4-0 against.
Thank you. With its proven track record in higher education, we're confident that Parker will offer highly qualified guidance as we launch the important search for Northern's next president. This is the first pivotal step in the process. A presidential search advisory committee will be assembled from the wider academic and, the wider university community and stakeholders in the near future, and the related activities will accelerate early in the next semester in the hope of having a new president in place by July 1st. So thank you all very much for that. Our next item on the agenda is the interim president's contract. Again, October 1 of this year, we placed our interim president, Dr. Carrie Schuling, in the office of interim president, and we have been working toward a contract for Dr. Schuling. We now have a contract, and Vice Chair Young, would you like to offer a motion with respect to that contract?
Yes, I would. Thank you, Chair Savoy. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the contract as submitted for Dr. Carrie Schuling as interim president.
Is there a second?
Support.
Thank you. Vice Chair Young, would you like to offer some discussion to start us off?
Yep, just briefly, because I think you set this up good, but first off, I want to thank Dr. Schuling for what I call stepping up and stepping in as our interim president. I think most will agree, or all will agree on this call, that she's done an outstanding job to date in this role and in a difficult time. And want to thank her for that effort and know that it's appreciated. As Chair Savoy indicated, we were tasked with negotiating a contract with Dr. Schuling. And really, I think we had two goals that we wanted to meet. Tammy had one and I had one, and they became kind of our mutual goals as we worked through this with Dr. Schuling. The first was that in terms of compensation, that Dr. Schuling not be penalized in any way for stepping into the role of interim president. And the second goal was that Dr. Schuling be compensated and receive benefits at the same level as the previous president did. And I think with this contract, I think we've accomplished those goals, and hopefully, and Dr. Schuling feels the same way in terms of that. But again, want to thank her for serving as our interim president, for all the fine work that she's done to date. And once we get this behind us, we can keep rolling and keep working. So thank you, Dr. Schuling.
Is there any other discussion? Hearing none, Secretary Andrew, would you please call the roll call vote?
Please indicate your vote with yes or no. Trustee Fatante,
Yes.
trustee Hart,
Yes.
trustee Morgan,
Yes.
trustee Murray Brown,
Yes.
trustee Savoy,
Yes.
trustee Sepinen,
yes,
trustee Young.
Yes.
Motion carries with 7-4-0 against.
Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Dr. Schuling. We appreciate very much your work on this and moving forward. There is nothing further on our agenda. These are the only two items. When we have a special meeting, you can only have the items that were addressed in the announcement of the special meeting discussed. So with nothing further, I would like to adjourn this special meeting of the Northern Michigan University Board of Trustees. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.